And oh man, I'm not gonna lie, man. This is real bad for Georgia. What's good, YouTube? I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I'm real happy. I've never been more excited, honestly. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, we're putting belt to booty on Georgia this Saturday, but this right here just even made it 10 times better, man. You know what I mean? What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy, man, Jay Willie Silly, man, aka Mr. Take It Easy. Before you end up like bees, and make sure y'all follow my Twitch, man. Subscribe to my second channel. Everything you know about your boy Jay is in the description down below. But we got 5-star quarterback Jared Curtis flips commitment from Georgia to Vanderbilt, the number 3 overall prospect in 2026. So this was a player that should be coming in next year. I ain't gonna lie, that gotta hurt, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, everybody, I know all the puppies was probably excited. Oh, we got the number 3 overall prospect. We got the number 1 quarterback in the Western. We finna go crazy. Just for him to decommit and go to Vanderbilt. I'm not gonna lie, Vanderbilt, bro. Hey, bro. Vanderbilt, bro, is making some noise. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think Vanderbilt is just gonna be a powerhouse school. It's crazy because Vanderbilt was known for doctors and lawyers and, pediatricians. And, Vanderbilt never been a top tier school. So it's like, to see Vanderbilt on the rise, to get this, like, it's different over there in Vanderbilt. It's like, dang, like, I remember times like, before even last season, like the season before last, like, I missed the times of just knowing we gonna beat Vanderbilt. Like, I feel like we're gonna beat Vanderbilt anyways, regardless, but now you actually got to worry about Vanderbilt. You know what I'm saying? Number 14th ranked in the country. It's like, what? That is crazy. The SEC only gets harder and harder. Now Vanderbilt on the rise. What? One of the worst teams to ever be in the SEC. Now they on the rise. Now they're good. It's literally like, you look down the SEC, bro. It's really not a bad team, bro. Except for Mississippi State. And Mississippi State started off this season 5-0. Mississippi State, bro. Their schedule just brutal. Go look at all Mississippi State losses, bro. It's to SEC schools, bro. I genuinely, bro, and I just want to, like, honestly, like, say this. I genuinely don't feel like it's a bad SEC football school, bro. Like, I just feel like if you put certain teams, certain SEC teams in the Big Ten or whatever other conference, the ACC, I just feel like, bro, they would dominate. Like, no cap. You got teams like James Madison, Virginia, Texas Tech. Them teams dominating them other conferences. You telling me that Auburn can't? You telling me that LSU can't? You telling me that Vandy can't? Come on, man. We take each other out, though. South Carolina, Missouri, such things right here. But y'all know, for me, your boy Jay is, a real reliable source for Sholioli. You know what I'm saying? Your boy Jay is a real reliable source. So if I post it, it's real. You know what I mean? So if you want to see anything real, no rumors or nothing, this is real. 5-star quarterback Jared Curtis. For all the puppy fans, your 5-star has decommitted from you and has signed to Vanderbilt. You know what I'm saying? So signing day is actually today. It was today. I think it's still going on, but it started today.
Where Jared Curtis, one of the top quarterbacks in the class of 2026, is flipping his commitment from Georgia to Vanderbilt. So that's the latest.
That's crazy.
Over at 24/7 Sports, with signing day just one.
And I think signing day is, but bro, to me, I like the way college football is. Like, I told you, like, it was getting boring in the field. Like, field was dry. Like, it was real dry in the field. We was dominating for so long. It was getting real boring. So I like that it's like this. It make college football just more entertaining. Like, all talent just spread out. The NIL era, does that. You know what I mean? But, bro, they need to have some type of cap space. You need to have some type of, like, it has to be more structured. That's the only thing I don't like. I'm all with players getting paid for Sholioli. Players should get paid. I've been thinking that way. But it's like, it needs to be some type of structure. Like the NFL has structure. Like, no player should be able to just jump and just leave in the portal anytime he wants to. It needs to be structure when it comes to that. NIL, it needs to be structure. Like Lane Kiffin, bro, the man getting $25 million a year. It's like, it's getting to a point in college football, bro, where, You know, like now it's just about money for real. Like, how much can you give me? You feel me? Like, and it's a lot of players who not even like that getting paid. You know, I feel like the players that stars should be getting paid. Like, I don't feel like off the rip he should get paid. You know what I'm saying? Not off the rip. I feel like, bro, you start seeing what he's doing, and if he start taking off at Vanderbilt, then he should get revenue. But you don't even know how he gonna look yet. Why you paying him like Bryce Underwood? Like, he BJ to me. Why are you paying $10 million for him? You know what I'm saying? You don't. He's BJ, but look. I feel like Bryce Underwood should get paid, but it shouldn't be $10 million.
Day away.
He's making more than a lot of NFL players.
Consider the number 3 overall prospect in the class.
That's a huge loss to Georgia, bro.
Recruit to sign with the Commodores.
It's a huge loss.
Our recruiting analyst Tom Lloyd.
I'm not gonna lie. And y'all need a quarterback. You need one. So losing Jared Curtis, you know what I mean? I know Kirby Smart. Eat it, boy.
We're here to break.
No, you ain't finna go nowhere. We're gonna start it.
Get all down because we don't often hear about top recruits flipping from Georgia to Vandy. So Tom, we'll come to you first. Tell us more about how all of this went down.
Well, the best player in Nashville. I'm here at the Nashville airport, ready to head your guys' way in Fort Lauderdale. But the best player in Nashville is headed to Vanderbilt. He's staying home. This was a huge win for Vanderbilt. Over the last couple of weeks, I even said 2 weeks ago that I'm very confident that Vanderbilt gets this one done, and that's exactly how it played out. I was even told this was done prior to that, weeks in advance, that he had his mind made up and he wanted to be a Commodore. Look, behind the scenes, head coach Clark Lee getting that new contract buttoned up, that was the difference maker in this one. But behind the scenes, a lot of this revolved around Diego Pavia leaving and the opportunity for Jared Curtis to become QB1 upon arrival. Look, it's a strong quarterback room in Vanderbilt. No one's more talented than Jared Curtis. He's going to be the guy day one when he steps on campus there at Vanderbilt. But big picture, massive win. Behind the scenes, they did all the things, the financial
6'3",
a lot of things that I probably
225,
yet, but they financially did all the right things, and he is going to be a well-compensated 18-year-old kid. So really good job. But again, Clark Lee, Diego Pavia, they were really the needle movers on this one.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That's a good move by Vanderbilt, bro. Vanderbilt is making some moves, bro, and they know there was a need for a quarterback with Diego Pavia leaving, and I feel like Diego Pavia could be a second-round guy. You know, he possibly could win the Heisman this year. You know, the Heisman race is really, this is probably like, usually, like, when it comes to, like, the end of the season, like, we usually would know who will win the Heisman. Now, this Heisman race right here is like, Ty Simpson put himself out there. I thought Ty Simpson was going to win Heisman, but he kind of, he downplayed, bro. You know, that Oklahoma game really took him out of the conversation. You know, but, I don't know, man. You know, even though I feel like Julian Sands shouldn't get it, you know, because he ain't play no comp, but you already know how it's going to get. You know, Fernando Mendoza, same way. So for me, my Heisman will be Diego Pavia because he actually has proven himself. He actually has went against high-ranked schools, you know, and week in and week out. So for me, the most proven quarterback and most seasoned quarterback to me is Diego Pavia. So I'll say Diego Pavia should win Heisman.
Yes, the latest information literally from the airport as you are heading our way. That is dedication, my friend. You kind of mentioned it already, Vandy. It's been a huge year for this program. We were talking about that.
Should be a playoff school.
CFP, and that's not something that happens really ever to my memory, right? So, Blair, what does this say about Clark Lee and then the direction that this Vanderbilt program is going?
I think it shows that trajectory matters, and it shows that this program is going to be a platform for a quarterback like Jared Curtis, right? Where in years past, five-star players are going to all the blue blood schools. Yep. You know, they're going to the Georgias, they're going to the Ohio States and the Alabamas. You don't have to do that now in the NIL era. You can go and play at a program like Vanderbilt, which is on the up and up, has continued to show that it's going to compete at a high level, and you go and showcase yourself. We saw it with Diego Pavia, just how viral he's been, the platform and the stage that he's been able to kind of capitalize on coming from New Mexico. Jared Curtis being a local five-star prospect from Nashville, I think from a branding standpoint, this is an out-of-the-park situation for Jared.
Man, I can't wait till that transfer portal open, bro. That's all I care about, man. The transfer portal. I want to see the transfer portal, bro. I know that transfer portal finna be packed. Bro, something in my gut telling me, bro, Ryan Williams is going to enter the transfer portal. Like, I'm not going to cap. Like, Ryan Williams, in my opinion, you should enter the transfer portal, but definitely Ryan Williams, I feel like, is going to enter the transfer portal. His season has been terrible, you know. So yeah, definitely feel like Ryan Williams will enter the transfer portal. Who else do I feel like will enter the transfer portal? Yeah, not too many guys, bro, but I definitely would like to like I said, Kalen DeBoer, I encourage you to tell Ty, bro, to go to the draft. You know what I'm saying? After this season, win national championship, whatever, bro. He's a first round pick, bro. You got plenty of teams that need quarterback. Like Tua Tagovailoa, he needs to go. Dolphins need to draft one. The Jets, you know, you got teams that need quarterbacks for surely. You know, so yeah, man.
Jerry Curtis.
Yeah, it's a pretty special group right now there at Vanderbilt, and it all obviously revolves around Diego Pavia, who genuinely might be the best player.
I mean, the Dolphins just drafted Quinn Ewers, so it's like I'm still surprised they didn't go with Quinn Ewers yet. You know what I'm saying? But Jets definitely need a quarterback. They're a quarterback needy team for surely. I'm not.
Honestly, he would get my vote.
So Fernando Mendoza probably go.
Such a great job there, but everybody on staff there, head coach Clark Lee, general manager Barton Simmons, director of recruiting Nick Baldessari, these guys are pushing all the right buttons. They are recruiting the right kind of guys. And again, they are moving the needle in a big way. This is not going to slow down. I am extremely high on Jared Curtis. I think he genuinely might be the best overall player in the 2026 class. He's going to be a guy that steps on campus right away and continues the upward trend for Vanderbilt. This is not going to be slowing down anytime soon.
And in terms of Georgia and that side of things, it looks like they're going to fall from the number 2 to number 3 in those team rankings. The expectations, all of it is very high for Kirby Smart and the Georgia Bulldogs. So, Tom, is this cause for concern for Georgia if we're starting to see a little bit of even if it is ever so slight in those team rankings for them?
It's not something they need to be concerned about. I think big picture, there needs to be some concern about the fact that this has now happened twice. They were once set to land Dylan Raiola, and then he backed out essentially at the last second.
They need a quarterback.
And we are seeing the exact same situation. So the writing was on the wall, but behind the scenes, Jared Curtis was telling them all the right things. And they just, I guess you could say they weren't listening to the right people, because this was a case where Jared was telling everybody at Vanderbilt the right thing. I was told he made a silent commitment to them weeks ago, where with Georgia, again, all of those Georgia insiders, they were reporting the same thing. Jared's solid, because that's exactly what Georgia staff felt and were told. So again, I think bigger picture, this is something that's going to cause a big bloat, and it's going to be something that they're not thrilled about because it's happened twice. But Georgia's fine. They're gonna find a good guy. They'll find somebody in the portal, maybe even somebody in the next couple of days. But I just think that seeing this happen twice, the fans are not going to be happy.
I want to look at this through 2 lenses. I think in the 2027 class, it becomes even more important for Georgia to land a blue chipper and to land someone that was going to potentially fill Jared Curtis's shoes in that group. And then the other lens is now this essentially solidifies that USC will sign the #1 class on signing day. That had been kind of a big battle. Yeah. We were curious about whether or not Jared Curtis would stick and whether or not there would be some attrition or there would be some movement at the top. But now with Curtis flipping to Vanderbilt on the eve of signing day, it's pretty much a done deal that the USC Trojans will return to the top of the recruiting charts. They haven't done that in well over a decade. 19 prospects, over 30 commitments. And
like I said, you know, we always gonna have a quarterback, but that's what I'm saying. Most definitely, you know what I'm saying? Most definitely, freaking Ty Simpson needs to leave after this season. You know, Elon Russell, it's time to go with his recruit. So I'll just sit down and just tell Ty Simpson, like, time to move on. You know what I'm saying? Grateful for the season, but it's Keelan Russell, Austin Mack time. You know what I mean? Then we got Jet coming in as well. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Let me go. I'm going to look later, bro. I know we're top 5, bro. We got the most 5 stars, bro. Got the most freaking 5 stars, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, in college football, bro. You know, like, got the top wide receiver in the class. We got a 5-star safety, 5-star running back. Like, bro, we got 5 stars out there. Got a 5-star edge rusher. Like, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell people, bro. It was funny when people was like, bro, I told you, I'm not on social media. I say it all the time, but I didn't even know that was a rumor when it came to Kalen DeBoer leaving for Penn State. I'm like, bro, this man literally has a top 5 recruiting class. You know what I'm saying? Like, all this recruiting just to leave Penn State. Do you see Penn State up here at all when it comes to any quarterbacks? You know what I'm saying? So he just recruited Jet for no reason and just, oh yeah, I recruited Jet. I recruited Cedric Morgan. I recruited these 5 stars, Xavier, Crowell. You know, I recruited all these 5 stars just to leave for Penn State. Boy, your people are so gullible nowadays. You people believe anything you hear. I didn't believe that for 1 second whatsoever. And we're a playoff lock team. Where's Penn State? Still head coach, still trying to find a head coach. Like, come on, gang. Pretty sure a lot of people is decommitting. I'm pretty sure James Franklin is going to take a lot of Penn State players from Penn State. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure over there at Virginia Tech. You know what I'm saying? Pretty sure, in my opinion.
Class, and you know, I think it kind of speaks volumes to what USC did in this cycle, and now it's solidified.
I was going to say, it's been a hot minute since we were talking about USC as having a top recruiting class, and to your point, over a decade. So is USC back? I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Flip.
Tom, we certainly appreciate it. Joining us.
Well, yeah, man, like I said, y'all, man, Jared Curtis flips commitment from Georgia to Vanderbilt. I'm not going to lie, that got to hurt. Keelan Russell is his season on Austin Mack. You know, we got 2 5 stars. You know, quarterback room is stacked. We don't need no quarterbacks out the portal. Just get a wide receiver for Sholioli. Jeremy Bernard is leaving, so I feel like that right there should be a main focus for us when the portal drops. Getting the wide receiver to replace Jeremy Bernard or Ryan Williams. You know, we got Lazare Brooks, rookie, Rico Scott, and whatnot. But we definitely need another wide receiver. We're going to need an old lineman as well, since Caden Proctor is leaving as well. And running back room is stacked. I think Bray Hubbard probably lead this season, but we got a 5-star coming in, Keon Sabb as well. You know, so safety is what we definitely will have to pay attention to, and a linebacker. D-line is stacked. I think we're going to go for a D-line too. I feel like every position we got to go for, but the main important positions, in my opinion, will be O-line, wide receiver. That's just to me personally.